You know they got that same name with different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. They got that same name, different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. Keisha and Keisha,
knowledge, wisdom, and discernment. Keisha, you don't got it, you can get some if you heard them.
Keisha and Keisha, man.
Knowledge, wisdom, and discernment.
Keisha
you don't
and
got
Keisha,
it, you
man.
can get some if you heard them. We gon' laugh, have a good time. Just sit back and elevate your mind.
Yes. All right, welcome. Episode number 28.
Hi guys, it's Country Keisha / Cousin Keisha / Pretty Keisha. Go ahead.
Any other slashes?
Yes.
How about I just slash it? Okay. We thank you guys for joining in to us on both YouTube and on Instagram Live.
Instagram Live, what's
I just want
up
to say
to the gram?
Right, I just want to say off the bat that I hate it because I come from hot yoga, and so we're gonna start moving our stuff to Saturday so we can get our glam together. Like it just is driving me crazy.
But you're not. You look fantastic. You really do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's me. But you know,
Right.
I am biased.
So let's go recap.
Recap. So Mexico Beach got wiped away
It
since
did.
it from
big
the
chunk of
storm.
it.
So what I found out this week, I went to the Democratic Executive Committee meeting on the other night, and the DWC, which is for the women, the president there lived in Mexico City Beach, and she went to Tampa to stay with her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and she found out that 95% of the homes were gone. She was
Wow.
part of the 5%.
That
That her home is still standing.
Thank you, Jesus, for that.
But
Hey,
it-
Roro.
But they told her not to come back. There's no power. There's nothing, and she can't even get to her house. So even being in the 5%, and she had flood damage, but that's some of the stuff that you don't realize. Even though her house is standing, she can't live. They told her maybe in 2 months, and that's a maybe.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
All right, so we're just going to continue to pray for them. I know we've gotten some of the
residents.
the residents who live in Panama City, because even though the coast was wiped out, the inland got hit pretty hard too.
Yeah.
So a lot of the students are coming over and they're going to school at our schools and
I
stuff. So they're
heard
like,
that.
just welcome them in because we have the most space. One girl came, she's going to join the step team. I teach her. I mean, so it's one of those things where we just want to make them feel welcome because it's already hard enough that you get displaced, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the idea of Henry. Henry is Henry, and it stands for higher earnings, not rich yet. So I was watching this video with some young ladies, and Keisha has talked about this in the past on how women do not ask for their wealth.
We don't know our value. We don't know our value. We just niggas. Go ahead.
Don't do that.
I'm saying that's the thing. What you mean don't do that?
That's
Women are the niggas of the world.
No, I'm not. I don't want you to call me that.
Okay.
All right. I don't like it. I don't think it's funny either.
I don't think it's funny either. So let me be very clear.
Okay.
Women are the niggas of the world means it's not funny, which means that we don't know our value, which means that we get raped, we get beaten, and we get treated less than. So we're not, this is not a joke. So and on top of the N word, it's not a joke. I'm trying to tell you that's how they see us. Go ahead.
All right. Not yet not being afraid to ask for help, to ask for money, mentorship, and to build your confidence. And so what they're saying is that a lot of times women will get into business or get into certain things, and what will happen is there are other people who are there that are meant to them. But they also did say that back in the day, the lady Bobby Brown, who does the makeup, she says that there were women who wouldn't even be bothered with her. Like, they would just hate on her because, you know, they would hold their secrets from her because they feel like it is not enough room for more than one woman. So if it's some type of business that's saturated with men, usually if they let one woman in, it ain't going to be 2 or 3 of them because then they, you know, so then they will kind of isolate them too. And I think that's wrong. And hopefully we can get past that and learn that we have power in numbers, ladies.
Well, one part of that is just not just on the women not paying attention, but we tend to be prideful. We don't know who to ask help for. It's people out there that can help you, but we won't ask because we're trying to do it on our own. So for women, it's not a sign of weakness if you ask someone, hey, I'm in this industry, how do I move forward?
Right.
And we won't do that. We'll keep quiet, and the person you're in front of, and I'm an example of that. I just don't know how to network. And I talk to people, but I won't network on selling myself.
Right.
You are very good at that.
Well,
You
and the other thing
speak
too
up.
is because, like, for me, like, I don't want to be in education for the rest of my life. I love it. I love kids. But what I really would love to do is I would really love to start my own business. Well, I'm going to start my own business. That's what I'm going to say. So I like the fact that they said make your side hustle your lifestyle. And there's so many things that I'm just gifted at doing that I never pursued at a younger age because it was all about just going to college and getting a degree and working for somebody. And it wasn't that my parents or my mom or people who were influencing me were saying something wrong. That's all they knew. So now at this point, before I turn 50, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah, well, if you, I'm gonna say before I turn 50, I'm gonna be working in what I want to do and working for myself. Because I think if you work for yourself, you work harder, you work better, and you enjoy it. So, I mean, in the other part about going to school, nobody taught us about working for yourself. When I went to college, everybody said, "What you going for, a teacher?" That's in the South. That's all they say. They don't know but one degree.
Right.
Teaching. I was like, no.
All right. So let's talk about Kemp. He's running in a hotly contested race in. Listen now, all you folks that are in Georgia. Okay, let's pay attention to the fact that 53,000 voter applications are on hold. That's nearly 70% of them are African American or people of color. And so the current, what is his current job?
The is it the Secretary of Election? No, you talking about Kemp or the guy?
Yeah,
other guy or
Kemp.
something.
And so anyway, he was saying because of your driver's license, your social security ID, if it's a typo, if it's misspelled, it gets flagged. So there's like 70,000 of them that are flagged, even though he's guaranteed that they won't be affected and that they'll be able to vote. But we just need to keep a close eye on that because that race is very close between him and Stacey Abrams. And Stacey, do your thing, girl. And she has just been a powerhouse.
So my question is, he guarantees, I don't trust you people. I don't trust you at all. What your guarantee don't mean nothing to me at all. So that scares me right off the bat. I'm just sitting here going, you want us to trust you?
Well, and the bottom line is, at this point, he's Secretary of State. Thanks, Jay. The bottom line is that we just need to make sure, like, it's time out for us. We got to stop being so dormant and not being active and not being a part of things. So when you hear about something, all the stuff that you be posting on Instagram and Facebook and all your social media, start posting some things about people getting out to vote and making sure you register to vote and take somebody to. And people always talk about older people or people who don't have a ride. Take some folks who are younger. There's tons of kids who just turned 18 that are now able to vote that didn't vote. In the last election. Yeah, in the primary. And so what's happening, and on top of that, they're talking about how the narrow is so close and the Democrats think they can do X, Y, and Z, but they probably not going to be able to and all this kind of stuff. My whole thing is this. I'm going to tell you one thing. Just like it came out in droves for Barack Obama and it was unprecedented, some of the counties that flipped and did this and voted, we can do the same thing here. It's time to stand up.
Stop acting like we can't make a difference. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But my other thing was Hurricane Michael has displaced a lot of voters. So in our meeting the other night, they were talking about the challenges of finding polling places. They no longer have polling places. They probably don't have their voter registration card. And how would they be able to vote? And these are the Panhandle. We're looking at the Panhandle to turn this place blue. That's a big, horrible situation we're in right now. Right. But even though Bay County is usually red, so it might work out in our favor. In one way, they might not vote because they can't vote, but they were going to vote red, or they flipped and want to vote blue, and we won't know because they can't vote at all. So right now, there's no win situation. I just got a text from the Democratic Black Caucus president. She said they want any ideas from the Secretary of Elections, want any ideas that any of us can think of to try to figure out how to get these people to vote.
So
and we only have 2
was
weeks.
On 60 Minutes, and he actually was talking about Kavanaugh. And he went on and said that even though he made those comments about Ford, they were like, were you apologetic about it? Did you anything? And he was like, we won, didn't we? And the bottom line is when he can take someone else's oppression and use it and then say he won as a result of it. Think about, I mean, that's just a woman who ultimately, I feel like, was just disgraced by our president. What more is this man gonna do? Like, we need to get it together. It's together. Like Keisha's saying, we ain't got but when is election day?
November 6th. We all keep saying the 8th. I said I hope the Republicans go on the 8th because we keep calling them on the it's the 6th. Right. Women to say he won, what did you win? Because what we saw was a disgraceful display of older white men being afraid that they might lose power. And that just only make me want to really get out and vote every last one of them out. So there you go.
Right,
I don't know what he won.
All right, so here, the other thing, a woman in St. Louis, and I know you guys have probably seen this. I mean, like, it's just getting ridiculous. And then Keisha was saying she married to a
Married to a black
man
with biracial children.
with biracial children. So this
So whose
woman
fault is that? I'm gonna say the black man.
blocking the dude from getting in his own building, saying that she was feeling uncomfortable, and then mad because she got fired from her job. She not only blocked him from getting in, tried to, just harassed
And
him,
he had
followed
a
him
key.
to his apartment, did everything. Like, that was just crazy. What is wrong? What is going on?
I don't know, but that black brother, you married this woman. You need to explain. We already know you to explain. She can get off TV. Bring your butt in front of the camera and tell us about this woman you married to.
Right. Like, really, what is going on? But
in the same instance,
Yeah.
you got a white woman who called 911 on a group of black adults and children buying beverages in a gas station.
buying beverages by being black.
And so they gave her no. They Trevor Noah said we come up with these names quick. Her name is Gas Station Gail. So the leader, the adult,
terrible, right, Shan?
the adult leader last name is Thrower, and his group had marched wearing anti-violence T-shirts that read "Guns Down, Chuck Town," and so they went to a Murphy Express. I want to say Murphy Express because I want y'all to understand. If I see y'all at a Murphy Express, I might run you over. Do not support Murphy Express. I say that, Country Keisha.
Oh my God.
Because let me tell you their response. I put it on here and I told Keisha I want to read this response and I want your honest reaction. Murphy USA is aware of a situation on October 14 at our North Charleston, South Carolina Murphy location. Approximately 30 to 40 people were gathered outside the location at the conclusion of a local community event. Safety issues arose due to people, many of which were young children, being in and around the flow of store traffic, and disruptions to the business were caused by an external emergency fuel stop button being struck numerous times, which shut down all fuel pumps at our site. A Murphy USA employee approached the group and requested they leave the premises. After members of the group refused to leave the premises, a call was made to law enforcement. At this time, Murphy is reviewing the situation in response with our team. What do y'all think about that?
Because Chevy said she get a lot of points with that gas.
Sorry, you better not use not a perk. Don't use not a perk. It ain't even worth it.
Oh my God, guys! I know that you can probably hear this.
So what do you think, Keisha?
You're hearing this on our podcast,
Yeah.
but we actually are live on Instagram and we're also live on YouTube. So we're kind of responding to our listeners as well. So this is funny. Chef, stop talking about you love the Murphy Express, girl. They handling people wrong. Maybe it's just one, but okay. So these never talking about the 9-year-old boy. We go add old Cornerstone Caroline in here too.
You didn't respond to me. I said I wanted your honest opinion to this.
Yeah, but you did it. You said
No,
it already.
I really what I wanted to hear from you is what do you think Murphy's statement is saying? That they back their employee and pretty much that these kids, none of this happened, by the way, none of this happened.
Right.
The people were thirsty. They wanted to buy a drink. And I'm sitting there going, and one little girl looked at Thrower, the adult that was in charge with the kids, and said, why are they doing this? Why? And he was like, that's why we're out here, trying to make a difference because it makes no sense. We came here to get drinks. And she said she called the police, said it was a riot.
Right.
And it's a bunch of kids.
Right. I mean, Cornerstone Caroline did the same thing.
Go ahead.
And come to find out, she watched the video, y'all. And guess what?
He didn't touch her.
He
Hell,
didn't
we knew
touch
that.
her. The backpack touched her, and now she want to offer an apology. Really?
Well, and then my other concern is he was 9. Even if he touched you. But she went back to the same store a few days later. And the black people showed out. You got to watch the video. Everybody had cameras. They harassed her so bad that she had to leave the store. And I was like, but you invited this.
Yeah, she did.
And you saw the video when she was outside talking about the kid and how they do and I can call the police. and now people can harass you. There you go. All right,
Candace, we got your message about me talking too loud in the mic, so we trying to adjust that. So make a comment if you think it's otherwise. So we're sitting here now, and there was a man who.
Yes.
Now we adding to it, right? Because we got what was some of the stuff?
We got gas station Gail, Cornerstone.
No, about being a black. Oh, well, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Cornerstone Carolyn.
You can't sell water while being black.
You can't barbecue. I was trying to give out their name. Petty. One of them is Petty Patty. I don't know. I mean, they can all. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't sleep in your own dorm room. What in the world? You can't go to your own house in some places.
Oh my God.
You can't rent places in Napa and
God. Oh, hey, Chris,
and go on the wine tour.
Listen, let me tell y'all something right now, okay? This man was disciplined. His child is biracial. So his child, you know how kids out playing sports and they get pouty. He said, hey, you need to listen to the refs. And as a dad, you yelling and screaming at your kid, not really out of hatred. And so the lady gets all upset, calls the police. And he tells her, you know what, before anything gets out of hand, let me just leave. So he's trying to pack up to leave, and she's steady at him. And he was so upset about it. This man was literally in tears because he was just like, my child is biracial. And he's looking at this experience. And he was just like, being a black man right now, or even anybody of color in America, it's getting unruly.
Well, do you think she treated him like a man? Did she give him a respect that most men get? White men get respect right off the bat. I've noticed white people that think they're not afraid of a white man, and I'm looking at them, oh, he scared the hell out of me. And they be like, oh, he scares you? Oh, yeah.
Well, I will also tell you, your girl, Candace Owens.
Why, Jesus?
Okay, so first thing is she puts up this post and it says the Democrats have a vested interest in keeping racism alive. That's what she says. They're obsessed with it because it's become a means of enslaving minds. And she says fear is the enemy of freedom. So I started thinking about that. Now, all the stuff we just been talking about with what's been happening with black folks, but you're telling me there's no racism.
It's from the Democrats.
It's from the Democrats. I'm sorry. And then I replied to her tweet post, which I generally don't, but I did on this one. And I said to her, I was like, listen, it is funny how the slogan for Republicans is Make America Great Again. What does that mean for black people? Candace, all caps, girl, wake up. It's like they want to make America great again. For whom and when? Right, because she sleep. This Carolyn, we're going to put a little bubble over here. This Carolyn right here, you hear us? Snore a little louder, Key. Yeah, she needs to wake
Candace.
up.
Candace, you sleeping heifer.
Right, get up.
I got some coffee.
Yeah, get it. She needs a double shot plus a Red Bull with what they be putting in the Red Bull to keep you.
I don't know, girl, but she need espresso.
Okay.
I only gotta say this to Candace, and I don't understand you. You're talking about the Democrats. And like they're the only thing, baby. What have the Republicans done? You can, if you said Democrats and Republicans, I could jump on board. I'd be like, at least, she talking about both sides. But when you just talking about the Dems, girl, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? Because I'm still trying to figure out what the Republicans have done so great for you to think that they don't think we're enslaved. I don't understand. But go ahead.
I think we're going to move this thing. Nobody got time for that because I think that's what that is.
What about this?
Okay, yes. Oh, so it looks like Candy Burris may be adding to the baby epidemic.
She
drinking that water. If you live in Atlanta,
that water in the hot
you better stop drinking that water if you're in the ATL,
Candace
baby.
is our age, right?
Who, Candy?
Candy, I mean.
Yeah. Because she was back there in the 90s. She was doing 90s music.
Yeah,
she was right there with us. So she's got to be at least 45, 46 years old.
Well, let me tell you this, Candy. Honey, you crazy as hell to be having a baby in your 40s. What in the hell is wrong with you? Let them young people have them babies.
Baby.
I don't care how many $1 million you got. I would not have nobody baby.
Well, okay, so she has a daughter. Her husband has a daughter. Now they have a son together. You would think that would be enough, but hey.
Hey, do what you want about. I'm saying I personally don't want to have no baby. Ooh. And I know you got nannies and all that. I still don't want a baby. Because what everybody don't tell you is that baby is forever. You know what I mean?
You like it or not.
It's forever.
All right, so last night, Robert E. Lee Jr.'s great nephew was disheartened by a comment Trump made when he says, last night I was disheartened to hear Trump, our president, make comments about Robert E. Lee as a great general and as an honorable man. You know what I keep finding out? Trump, your ass don't know history at all. Where in the hell was Robert E. Lee great? Where? I just want to know. He didn't even win
the side that he was leading, didn't even win. He lost. What is the greatness?
And you know what? He was one of the ones who said, "Don't put up all these pillars and stuff up against, but for me or whatever." And I don't care. He knew what he was doing.
Robert E. Lee eventually,
but that was part of making it great again.
Yeah, but
which Candace said,
never was great for us.
Yeah.
But Robert E. Lee, as a human being, which is what his nephew said, did not like the idea of people admiring him and
Right.
want to put statues up because he almost tore the country apart. What part did y'all not get of this rebelness? Y'all are the idiots. You almost destroyed the American country, and then you still want to say that you're prideful in this. Prideful in what? Of a losing group that almost messed up the country. I don't understand what you're happy about. But I know what it was. You happy that you fought for slavery. Even though you lost, you fought for them slaves to stay slaves.
Can you turn those lights on? I forgot. All right, so they asked
It's
me
a
if
little
you
clip.
thought the verdict for the young man in Chicago, when the cop shot him 17 times, if you thought that verdict and his sentences was fair, because they got him for second-degree murder.
Yeah, I didn't think that was fair because second-degree murder, if you shot him 3 times, okay. But when you got the 10 shots, no, that's cold-blooded murder. When you got the 17, it doesn't take 17 bullets to put no damn body down. Period.
And he was walking away, like, just the whole point of that was like...
We got a visitor, and I can't help looking over there and
Because
smiling.
you like the audience. You're talking about me. All right, let's talk about old Stacey Dash. Back in February,
Oh, Jesus. All right, go
Stacey
ahead.
Dash, the author of There Goes My Social Life, From Clueless to Conservative, vowed to run in California 44th Congressional District. And she then went on to say that she wanted to free people from the shackles of plantation mentality.
She ain't free herself. Clearly, your dumb ass should have freed yourself
Oh my
first.
God.
Because what gets me upset with you is you want to be a conservative Republican, but not one conservative or Republican has backed your dumb ass.
Listen.
Nobody. You went to run for something and you got no support from nobody.
Miss DIJ73 says, not Stacey trash. All right.
It's bad, but hey.
But she also secretly got married. She had known the guy, met him, known him for like, what's the peaches, 2 weeks, and married him. He lives in Florida.
Yeah.
And she still lives in California, so I guess they got like this long distance
I mean,
relationship.
it works for him. He don't want to know it either. It's sad. You can't even get support from your husband.
Hot mess. Okay, had you guys heard of Banksy's artwork? He did a self-destruct just after $1.4 million in sales. So it was a graffiti spray paint of a girl and a balloon, and it went for $1.4 million. And just as they gavelled it and said it sold, at the bottom of the painting was a shredder. And the painting dropped down in there, and he shredded the painting.
I figure
Making
if you
a
got
statement.
I think if you got 1.4 million to buy a painting, it's good that he shredded it.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
If LeBron building schools and your dumb ass buying paintings, I'm done with you now.
Well, listen, everybody got a hobby. You
I
got
know,
things that you enjoy.
but your hobby just screwed you.
Listen, I think what I would have done was taken it, put it in a shadow box. Just like that, because only half of it was hanging through the shredder. So half was shredded and half was still there, and put it up there and put the story
It's
up
still
there.
art. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
even
what I
matter.
said, yeah.
It's 1.4 million, whatever.
Yeah.
People with that type of money don't even talk to me about a painting getting shredded. I don't even like you.
All right, right here in the Okaloosa of the county, a former teacher has been found guilty on 3 counts of child abuse while teaching at an Okaloosa County elementary school. Marilyn Stillings was found guilty on Saturday after a 2-day jury trial. The charge concerns acts committed by her in 2015 on a disabled child who was nonverbal and could not speak. They said she tripped him, kneed him, shoved him to the ground, put vinegar water in his face. I mean, like, just stuff that you would just...
Torture.
Yes. So
Torture.
she could get 33 months up to 15 years. And a lady just in Fayetteville, her 11-year-old son came home. He was nonverbal as well, with bruises on his body. And she went back and had them look at the tape. They drugged this baby down some stairs, up a hallway. I mean, just ridiculous.
So let me say this to Marilyn Stillions. I hope you get 15 years, and I hope that those 15 years are the worst 15 years you ever have. Because to actually abuse a nonverbal child who cannot tell people what you're doing to them, That's the lowest of the low. And why would you want to do that? Get another job. It's not, baby, it's not in the work. Go flip burgers. This ain't the job for you.
Yep.
If you don't know how to nurture a nonverbal child, you need to find another job. You're not dealing with folks' children.
And I'm going to tell you, my nonverbal child come home with all them bruises, and I watched that video of them dragging him down the hallway. It would have been nonverbal, because I would have drugged her, slapped down that hallway, right? Baby!
You better tell it.
What?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. My children are not nonverbal, and if you say something to one of them, I don't even know what would go.
Baby.
I can't even. You know what? I'm seeing red.
Hootie hoo.
Moving
All
right
right, so
along.
here's what's funny. There was a Hispanic woman, Lisa Campero, and her daughter was filming the whole thing. Her 14-year-old son,
He unhooked all the
my
Wi-Fi,
God.
y'all.
He
Shut
disconnected the
everything
Wi-Fi.
down. Stole her BMW.
Right.
So when he hit the
Took the
garage,
security
she can't
camera.
hear it. She
took
can't
off.
see it.
So the sister told on her. So she gets in the car with her mama, and they ride. And so finally she finds the BMW, and she rolls upside of it, lets her with it out, like, pull over now. And he pulls over. She gets out, walks up to the car with a belt, baby, and starts wearing his little butt out.
Still be beating that.
Oh my God, Joy riding with his friends and all, and got busted.
Where did he get a
Come on.
BMW from? I just,
Well, she was driving in the Escalade.
what? I'm throwing it out there. They riding in the W.
Okay.
I don't even say the BM. They in the W.
She did beat him there. She beat him. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
Now, you know, we done did some crazy stuff in our day. So y'all got to imagine the stuff we've done and how we got in trouble. I don't know if I would have gone that far.
Girl.
At 14? Maybe 17, 18.
I was driving
He just
at
reckon
9.
you would have did that at 14? You would have took the ride?
I was driving at 9 by myself.
Jesus. Oh, 50
I'm
said
on.
she would have took, you would have took the ride at 9?
I was driving at 9. I was forced to drive. My granddad gave me the keys because my granddad said he ain't getting no DUI. He gave me the keys. Y'all, he had a big Chevy, them big box Chevy. I got it. For the people who ain't watching, I'm sorry. But I was like this. This how I was. I couldn't even see over the dashboard. He told me to take it round the corner. He ain't getting no DUI.
Baby,
I drove that
Right.
car.
He'll go to jail for child endangerment. But
But
he ain't
oh
getting
no, he
DUI.
ain't getting no DUI. Now that
Oh,
ain't
my
even gonna
God.
get. Yeah,
Well,
that's
my mom
crazy.
had cancer when I was probably about 11 or 12, and because I've always been so tall, my grandfather taught me how to drive too. He was like, look, don't you wait on no ambulance or nothing. If something start going wrong, take her on to the hospital. So that's how I learned how to drive.
I always ask my parents this. The stuff that we grew up with,
Yeah.
how in the hell we still alive?
Yeah, yeah,
And then I asked my child to clean my grandma's tub, and my grandma's like, he can't do it. I said, y'all used to make us do all
Comment.
this.
The way they used to
Fumes,
beat us.
Yeah.
And
My cousin tried to talk about the time I cut her hair. Well, you know what? We gotta let some stuff go, right?
No.
Girl, I called myself gonna be a barber. Had her, my brother, all of them lined up, sitting in the chair. It was like, My aunt walked in there and saw half a ponytail.
I bet you got your ass beat.
Yeah, I did.
But I was
Everybody got beat. They got beat for.
I was
letting
a
me do it.
freshman in college, and my roommate
Uh-huh.
was from Boston,
Boss.
and she was like, "You can, I want you to cut my hair," and I was like, "I've never cut hair." Y'all, I have a little bit of OCD. Like I need stuff to be lined up. Before I knew it, I was way up here. I was on. I could never get it straight,
Oh
and I
my
was
God.
like, "You asked me to
I
do
couldn't
it."
do it.
But-
Why? That's the other part. All right. So what's going on with Georgia Senator David Perdue?
David Perdue, Lord, he's out there campaigning.
quick.
He's out there campaigning for Kemp. You know, your boy Kemp.
The one who's trying to take 53,000 voters and prevent
res-
them from voting.
yeah,
with
trying to
70%
suppress.
of them are African American. Okay.
So a young Democrat Socialist of America chapter asked him a question about these voter registration, and he took the boy's phone.
Oh.
And was like, no, and the student in the video can be heard starting to ask Perdue a question, but he's cut off before he's finishing, and he lashed out at the senator, you know. And what they put on Facebook, and this is the group, the Young Democratic Socialists of America said, Senator Perdue will quickly endorse racists for the governorship, but ask him why, and he'll steal your phone.
Okay.
The group also said he's a coward who's afraid to answer questions from students, citizens, and constituents. If you are in the public figure and you have a public job, we pay your money and we can ask you any damn question we want to. If you don't like it, go private.
Well, Now, the Eric Holder, who was the former Obama administrative attorney general and possibly the 2020 candidate, says that when they go low, we kick them. And Michelle Obama says we will not let fear is not a proper motivator, hope wins out. So she was like, stick with the when they go low, we go high. And they were saying that, hey, as Democrats and trying to get this thing going, sometimes you got to get a little more aggressive.
Well, my ex-husband's uncle, he put this on Facebook.
What did he say?
He said he stepped in the next room at my doctor's, and he said I stepped in the next room at my doctor's and told a racist that if he didn't knock off the bullshit, he's really going to need some pain pills and some trauma airlift. That's the response we need to do. We need to stop letting racists be racist without calling them out. It is no more silence. I'm sorry. This
Hope
ain't
is not a strategy. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is dead. Malcolm X is dead. We need to stop with this being silent and complacent. It's time for us to not let racists think that they are winning. You're not winning.
Well, I'll put it like this. I think that there definitely needs to be something where we can, that some things that need to happen. But I don't necessarily feel like violence is the answer to it. I do believe that just saying, well, I wouldn't want anybody punching me in my face for my views. I wouldn't want to do that to anybody else. But I do feel like what's right is right. So in that effort, we should be able to come to the table, sit down, and have a conversation. We should be able to let our vote count. I don't think in 53,000 people not being able to vote, where 70% of them are African American, I don't agree with that at all. But again, calling to the table, like you said, making them aware.
That's what I was going to say. It's not about violence. I'm saying we can't be silent. I have been in a room where somebody say something racist, and I had to swallow my response. And now I'm saying don't swallow it. Just say, no, that's not right. No, I'm not going to sit here and let you say something that's racist to me, whether you like it or not. And I found that we're more complacent. We let people do things to us without, and it's a nice way to say stuff. You don't have to knock nobody in the head, but you can say, no, I don't agree with that, and no, you're not going to say that in front of me.
Right. Well, I tell you this. I tell you this too. The other thing is that conservative were having problems with Trump talking about Pocahontas
about Senator Warren.
And what he was saying was basically that it fits neatly into his political strategy, which depends on his white voters thinking their whiteness makes them victims. And so he's doing the same thing, playing on that whole victimization and, not being.
How can you be a victim when you had everything? What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
Okay.
I can't fight this stupid mess.
All right, so let's talk a little pop culture. Let's get a little funniness going on. You're saying Teresa from the Real Housewives.
Oh, yeah. Giudice. How you say it?
Giudice.
Giudice. Yeah.
Teresa Giudice. Her husband, Joe Giudice, is going to be deported.
He's in jail now.
And once he gets out of jail, and they're having a hard time with it, and you were saying that Trump was starting to deport people who were not threats based on his new laws, and that is a problem.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add one more.
And she's a very avid Trump supporter.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna add one more to you.
Friends with Trump.
You remember Trump was telling us about those Mexicans that are rapists and murderers and criminals. He's Italian and he's in jail. What does that say about you? What does that say? And you're here on a visa. You're not even an American citizen, and you in our prison system.
On my phone.
And you're in our prison system. Are you for real? Yeah, you're getting deported, and you're a Trump supporter. But for some reason, y'all thought it was only gonna be for Mexicans.
It's not Trump. Okay, I'm sorry. We tried
but you thought it was only gonna be for Mexicans. Now, how does that feel, Teresa?
Well, Teresa, guess what? You practice what you preach. When at first you don't, oh God, we had a charger in here that was.
You could cut out Instagram.
No, because we have some people.
No, I'm just saying.
With us.
Okay. Tell them to go to YouTube.
Because they can respond back to this.
Let me tell you about this perfectionist. She can't let nothing go.
Let's
keep with the show. Let's keep with the show.
Go ahead. Okay.
You said you didn't want us to.
Meghan Markle is expecting what? A baby. Oh, Megan.
Excuse me. Is that baby gonna be English or African?
What is wrong with you? See this type of stuff right here.
Oh, that's the truth. Is that gonna be African English baby?
Oh my Lord. Okay.
What do they call Africans in England? In England? I mean, is this gonna be the first black baby?
Well,
in a line of babies.
well.
I heard it ain't the first. They just it wasn't recognized.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's move on. T.I. Ooh, he feeling some type of way, baby. He
Jesus.
told Donald Trump, he say, listen, bruh, I am not Kanye. Don't do it to yourself. And he actually, the charger. You can probably unplug the computer. Okay. He did this video, and the video opens up with Trump leaving and getting on a plane. And then as soon as Trump leaves and gets on the plane, what happened?
Him and Melania are doing the damn
Oh,
thing.
now you just said Melania, and that's a model who gets up on top of the.
You just said Trump left.
No, it does. It actually shows Trump leaving.
Oh, okay.
Like, it
Well,
actually is Trump. Like, it's a videotape of him getting on the plane and leaving. And then
And how y'all know it ain't Melania?
well,
That bitch being stripping. How you know it with her? Did you see her face?
Ooh, Jesus. Okay. You do kind of
Peaches
see her
said she
face,
ain't know Peaches.
but that ain't the only thing you see. You see everything else because she comes in there with that coat on
seen
that
all
says,
that
"What's
already."
the coat that I don't
Oh,
care?
I really don't care.
I really don't care coat." And she
Oh,
takes
I
the
love
coat.
that coat. It really exposed her for who she really is.
Yeah. So she takes the coat off, and then guess what happens?
What
She
happened?
gets up on top of the table the table in the white, in his
What's
Oval
your
Office.
scripper name?
Yeah.
I don't want your government name, girl. What's your scripper
But
name?
it-
What's her scripper name?
He said,
It ain't Melania. What is
I
it?
don't even know. Is it Genius? Because remember last week she has a visa that says she's a genius. That's what her visa says. Like that blew me away. Because in order for you to get one, you have to have some outstanding like
Science,
really prove that you,
education,
yeah, art or
athlete,
business,
athlete.
athlete, yeah, or business. And guess probably what she got her genius in right after she
Her
started
scripper.
dating Donald Trump. But we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, but so I don't know her scripper name. If anybody know Melania's scripper name, if y'all will put it down there, we'll shout it out. Give us her scripper name.
So anyway, he's coming out with his new album called Dime Trap, and he pretty much on Twitter wrote, "Dear 45, I ain't Kanye." Boom.
So you know the right wing people are having a fit. They're going
Melania
bananas.
is upset,
Oh my
baby.
God,
She
I'm
is
so
upset.
upset. Why?
All right, so Jada Pinkett Smith is going to start her series up again, the Red Table Talk, and it was pretty good. And so she's going to put Will on there, and he recalls the worst he ever felt in his marriage, and he said it was a time when she cried for like 45 days straight. She woke up and cried, and Willow was like, "Dang!" And he says that he just really wasn't stepping up and being a man.
I'm gonna tell you something. Coming
And at
from
50, I guess he got some realizations, baby.
coming from a divorced woman, when you miserable in a marriage, oh my God, I would have cried every day too.
Bimbo. Is that
Bimbo,
for real
that's
now?
a nice. That's
That ain't
that's
probably
a good
not it.
one.
She
No,
just making
I
stuff
told
up.
him to make them
I'll
up.
make
for
them
us.
up, Bimbo. Okay.
Bimbo is good.
All right. Little Wayne.
Bambi, what about Bambi?
Oh Lord.
He
Little-
already got a Stormy.
Yeah, he does. So she's fall or winter.
Summer.
Little Wayne was honored at the Hip Hop Honor Awards, and he was given honor to Uncle Bob. And so, if you've ever watched what was the name of the thing again? Behind the Music. He talks
Wayne.
about Uncle Bob and how it was a shootout, and Uncle Bob was an off-duty cop that responded. Hey, why? He responded, and he actually said,
No, first of all, she gonna stop doing that.
"Okay, I'm sorry."
Because you talking about that, you get sidetracked. Go
He
ahead.
called up Mrs. You told him to say these names.
Yeah.
Mrs. Putin.
Putin.
Miss Putin.
Putin. You know, I got a lot of crap about me the way I say Putin.
Putin.
I say
Okay.
Putin because he stank. I smell it.
So anyway, Uncle Bob actually saved his life. He was laying there dead. They told him there's nothing they can do for him, presumably. He took him to the hospital in his own car, waited for him, told him to help the baby, and he ended up surviving. And he says every time he thought about it, this is Lil Wayne was talking about Uncle Bob.
He was young, too.
Yeah, he was very young.
I think he
like,
was 11.
Yeah,
I think he was 11 years old.
boy.
Yeah.
And he took him to get saved, and he says he tried to like pay for his food, do stuff with him, whatever. And he kept saying it, he says, and then Uncle Bob ended up being a double amputee, and he asked him again, and he told him, he says, I want a job. And he's like, that's a man. You know, he never wanted a handout. He never said, I saved your life, so do this for me. So it was just kind of cool to see him talk.
And it just to speak on behalf of real men, because we've discussed this before about with Jeffrey Owens. You know, ain't nothing wrong with a man working. Child, what's wrong is a man taking a handout from women who busting their butts and they laying around and they able-bodied. They ain't even double amputee. They got both their legs and arms and won't work.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Vic Mensa performed a freestyle cipher addressing rappers who abuse women and are called legends at the Hip Hop Honors Awards as well. And he dissed Extension. And so that was a young man that had died to gun violence a few months ago. And he didn't know his mom was there, so he went to took it to the ground and basically says that he protect women in domestic violence, and he apologized. He didn't know the boy's mom was going to be there, and he offered her condolences because he don't want anybody to die of gun violence. But he was like, he still stands when he says stop making people legends that are out here beating women and doing kind of crazy stuff.
I mean, this is the problem. Now, I'm gonna tell you what my preacher said about when you die. Your life is your life. Can't nobody preach you to heaven. So if that's what you did, that's your life. What are you talking about? You can't rewrite history. You know how they find out, we know he the dirtiest rascal ever, and you up there saying, he was a good man. He did so good.
Right.
No, he didn't. This is his life.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he was saying. He was like, don't sit here and trip and act like he didn't do certain stuff. He was like, it's unfortunate that he died, but
it's his, hey, that's why I say, people, and you're not always given a chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, I mean, if he lived longer, maybe he would have redeemed himself. But at this point, he only got what he can base it on, his actual life.
All right. Well, Sheree Winfield from the Real House.
Sheree, whatever her name is. I was trying to say it, Sheree.
Okay. Well,
But,
she is apparently started a new line. She had the She by Sheree line that came out back in 2009. And so 8 years later, she finally gonna get it off the ground. I went online and watched a little video she had for it, and she's trying to do this new clothing line that's kind of like this casual thing where you can wear, like, women can wear joggers and can wear, like the other day we were out hanging out. You put a little tank on and put your joggers on and have a little slipper, just little cute things on it. So,
well, you said again. I want to know when it came out the first time because I was there. There was no clothes at that fashion show. Ain't that right? She by Sheree.
All right, so Tommy from Love and Hip Hop is back in jail, this time for attacking her child at school. Jefferson was arrested her name is Tommy Lee Jefferson, I guess, was arrested in Cobb County for allegedly shoving her child's head into a locker, among other things, at Griffith Middle School yesterday. And per her arrest warrant that was picked up, she was charged with felony aggravated assault, simple battery, first-degree child cruelty, and disruption of public schools. And it cost her $27,000 to get out.
What did I ask you in the pre-meeting?
Yeah.
What the hell her child did? Y'all talking about what happened after? What did he do for her to come to that school and snap on him? I want to know what he did. Y'all, they left out the real reason of the meat of the story.
But then, Peaches, you were telling us that she got rearrested, right? Because she wasn't supposed to be around him, and she found him again, was beating him again.
So what did he do?
I don't know. It didn't say, but after she got released out of bail, she went to go find him again, and that's how she got arrested for the second time in 48 hours.
So I'm asking you, he did something. If jail didn't cool her down, he did something at that school.
Yeah, he did. She said, "Ooh, somebody get me up out of here. I need $2,700, so I'm going to
Until I know what he did, I can't say whether she did the right thing or not.
Okay.
At this point, I can't say she was wrong.
Well, we got Diddy's now ex-girlfriend. They split up. They've been together for 11 years, and she was like the trophy chick, but he kept cheating on her and had no intention of ever marrying her or giving her a child. Now, with the washed-up singing career in her 30s, she has found a new sponsor. She has to find herself a new sponsor because he's dating, and this is what we were talking about a little while ago. He's got like this 20-year-old chick that he's dating now, 25-year-old.
Well, I didn't like nothing about what
How old
was
is
said.
Diddy? Because Dishna said that
48, 50, something like that. He got it.
she said Candy is younger than 40, and I can't imagine that because I thought she was out doing that.
Yeah, but they were young. They were like 17.
Okay.
I don't think Candy younger than 40 now, but I think she's in her early 40s. But Diddy, I didn't like anything about this because it's saying like Cassie.
Yeah, she said he dated women that she started to get too old for him. She was over 30.
Yeah, and then my thing with this is I don't think Cassie is feeling like she was a trophy chick or feeling like that her life is over.
Right.
I think really it ran its course. She got what she wanted. He got what he wanted.
And Diddy is 50.
Yeah, Diddy's 50. So I'm just saying, I don't feel sorry for her. I'm sure, I don't know how she gonna make a living, but she'll be resourceful. She ain't dumb. She obviously caught him. So I mean, I don't feel sorry for her, and relationships end. And I don't think he stole her. I think she enjoyed everything Diddy bought for while he was cheating. I think she
Well, she made a
enjoyed
choice.
it.
No, she made a
Yeah.
choice, so you're right.
And he did too.
All right, so transgender women to turn to men, a set of twins, girls,
In
that
Atlanta.
were both making the transition to being males. The thing they worried about the most wasn't about the transition, because they realized early on that they were, they said they identified as being dudes, like they didn't see themselves as women. And so one of the twins ended up having a son, and he, accepts his mom for her transition, and they've transition the top half is what they're saying, and they're thinking about doing the bottom half, and they know that they're not going to be able to walk and do all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, good Lord, what is it that they're going to do to you? Okay.
Well, and I mean, I've never felt the feeling, but most people say they just don't feel like they're themselves, like they're in somebody else's body. But my thing is, they were saying that they had each other to support them.
Yeah.
So they're not doing it alone, which is why this story is unique.
But,
they're able to support each other.
But also what makes it unique about it, with the fact that they actually wanted to be guys, they was like, with all of the stuff that, African American males, and they have already, but they look like straight dudes. They'll look like gay nothing.
No, I'm just saying, will they be dating men? Because they'll be gay black men. They're going to transition into gay black men, which in the African American community, they treat them like lesser than gay black men. And it's like you're transitioning to something where you're going to be treated very bad.
Yeah.
Y'all are 45.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. Nappily Ever After on Netflix. If you have not seen this movie,
hold on. This part is for peaches.
No, it ain't. We ain't finna do this.
Peaches.
Okay.
So let me say this. Like, it took me a minute to get into it, because it was okay, but it wasn't like something that drew me in, and I was just so super duper excited about it. So I will say that it was good. I love the soundtrack. If you have not heard the soundtrack on this, baby, you need to get it. It is the bomb. But more importantly, I like the fact that at the end, when she just told her mom, why couldn't you just be happy and say it was okay for me, and made me feel better after I fell in that pool and my hair went kinky, but you made me feel some kind of way. And I thought it was kind of cool.
She didn't fall in that pool. They have jumped in that pool because that white boy was picking her. She wanted to jump like they were jumping. But I want to say it's traumatizing as young black girls we're so afraid to get our hair wet. Growing up, I mean, I got so many whoopings because I stepped outside, because you see this 4C hair, my mama would straighten this. As soon as I get outside, I go shh, and I get a whooping. What did I do?
Right.
And it's like, the thing that I took from this movie, which is why I loved it, is she thought perfection did not include her natural beauty at all, not just her hair. Because one of the things that the guy that she was dating said, I don't even know you. You're so perfect. I don't know anything about you. I had to call your secretary to say what flower she likes, and they've been living together for 2 years. And she would get up and do like she just laid down. She'd get up an hour or so early and fix herself.
When, as much as he was saying that, he wanted her to be that way. Because remember when she tried to get her hair straight, and he wanted.
But that's the point I'm making, that he wanted it, but he wanted her to look a certain part, but he didn't want to actually know her for real.
Okay, now Wally did talk about something. She ain't been to hot yoga because of her hair. Let's be real. That ain't the reason why it is.
Now Walithia?
Right.
Walithia is because it'll kill you. I've been there. But I was hot yoga will kill you. Hot yoga.
It will not kill
I
you.
almost had to call the ambulance and go to the horse pillow. Now listen.
The horse pillow.
You know where the horse pillow is.
Did this fool say horse?
Yes. So I found it very disturbing as African Americans that in order for us to be beautiful and smart is that we have to live a lie. It's all a lie. The hair, the makeup, having it all together all the time and being perfect. And then she realized that it didn't even get her what she wanted. It didn't even give her what she wanted. Right?
Right.
It didn't even give her what she wanted. And it was like, after all of this, and she cut her hair off, and then she started having to understand herself, and she was wearing the wraps. And I love that when the lady thought she had cancer.
Guys,
I am so sleepy.
Guys,
we're all sleepy. So she was wearing these head wraps, and then the cancer women was like, listen, our hair fell out because of chemo, but you cut yours off when you're not here for the same reason, but own it. Own it.
Uh-huh.
Wrap that head, girl, and own it. And I think that for us, we don't know how to own our own beauty.
But you know what? And that's the thing too, because like a couple of Sundays ago, I went to church and I straightened my hair out, and everybody was like, "Oh," and I was just like, "Was it because my hair was straight?" Because I wear braids, I wear my twists, I do my natural hair, and it is so crazy how brainwashed we are. I felt like she did. Like, you're not beautiful if you have your hair. You know what I mean? If you have your natural hair that grows out your head, it has to be straight or it has to be fixed some type of way, because we've been brainwashed to think what beauty is.
People think I don't comb my hair. Do you know how hard it is to get this shit to poof? Do you know how hard it is to get this poof? Because my hair can be like this. My hair had that hole.
Yeah.
I have to stretch, to make it poof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
and the other thing
I ain't
is
gonna
we have
mention
like
Peaches. She
Peaches.
just.
Oh, you talking about Peaches? Because she was always complaining about her hair. Peaches
And
is our new.
I'm
producer.
Hold on, I'm gonna say what I gotta say
Peaches,
about
you
Peaches.
might have to come over here. And
No.
say
I'm gonna say what I gotta say about Peaches, and you receive it well, cause God laid it on my heart.
No, don't let that be your
God laid it on my heart.
Don't you be-
Because
don't
let me
you-
tell you, Peaches got this greater hair that my grandma and them would die for. It's this curly. I call it the Jerry curl look. She's naturally got the Jerry curl look. Do you know how many women want that Jerry curl look?
We straight brainwash. She writes this.
And then she sat there and was like, "I'm gonna need to relax my hair. It's not manageable. Manageable? You ain't
That ain't what I said. I said I don't know how to do it.
Okay, but listen,
I don't know how.
There's nothing to do. Your hair is fine.
But we still had the when we had to practice how to do. Look at DJ joining us. When we had to practice.
Hey, DJ Thomas.
When we had to practice, Roslyn says condition to the European standards of beauty, and you're right, because we had to even practice that. We knew how to curl our hair. We knew how to do this. We knew how to do all those type of things. But now, why can't we learn those same techniques? I'm guilty of it too. Like, I have a hard time when my hair is natural, trying to figure out what to do with it, because I don't feel comfortable with it like Keisha has her hair. I just don't.
No, and like Peaches said, we met the other night, and Peaches was saying, I can't wear a fro like you. And I want to tell you, that's why I love it. Everybody can't wear a fro.
Right.
So you have to embrace it. I don't have Peaches hair. Peaches got this Jerry curl look and stuff. I call it the Jerry curl look. But guess what? I can't get it. It's your look that God gave you. Enjoy it. But everybody can't rock it.
Yeah, and I think every woman on even viewing us live right now
Did you
on,
receive that
on
No.
Instagram.
What? She said no?
Roslyn, my sister Roslyn, she got natural hair. DeShanette has natural hair. Y got natural hair. All of us here do, and we all still struggle with the same thing. The product, you end up spending too much money on that. DeShanette said too much social media with the wigs and the weaves. Like all of the stuff. Yeah, you can tell you don't spend.
I know Keisha get on me. I don't put any products on.
I
I don't do none of that, girl. I'm all right with it. And guess who love her hair?
Oh God!
Make no mistake about it. I love my hair, but I also like the versatility that comes with it being straight. I like it both. No, I didn't take it a certain way. I just don't want to be misunderstood. That because I said I wanted to straighten it, don't mean I don't like my natural hair.
God! See, that's what hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Guys.
No, but because you don't like straightening your hair, don't mean
I'm gonna
it's
tell you my story.
It ain't.
Listen, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong.
Oh,
I'm saying that you have this wonderful grade of hair that you don't see it the way other people see it.
Oh, no, don't get it twisted. I'm cocky with my
graded too. What do you mean?
No. I'm talking about
wonderfully graded.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I love my hair, but people look at my hair and be like, I don't want her hair. They'll look at Peaches' hair and be like,
hair is not thick, don't mean that.
No, but and Peaches' hair is not thick. But I'm saying she's got that curly hair that everybody want. That I'm not white, I'm not black, but I got that curly hair. Peaches got that hair. That and Keisha, the other Keisha in Atlanta, hers is not as curly as Peaches, but she's got that really soft hair that kind of bend when you want it. My hair don't bend. My hair will fight you. My hair will come out with the gun.
But they're even on social media right now, like why saying she's gonna get a weave in her hair on Saturday because of it. Other people saying we're so trained by social media and these wigs are popping, but guess what? Them wigs is taking all the hair out. You hear me? They ain't got nothing left. These women
it's causing alopecia and a lot of hair loss. It's causing a lot of hair loss in African Americans.
sitting there and you clogging them pores, and your pores are like, what?
But why does it have to be that we train to a certain style of beauty? Why can't it be just something that we like?
Because you are trained to a certain style of
you
beauty,
were definitely
and that's why we
conditioned to
don't.
that.
That's why we don't want you. You don't understand my sister.
No, I
not
understand
saying-
what
but-
you're
okay, but
saying, but what
listen.
I'm saying is, I'm a sheep proud black woman,
Correct.
whatever. I love my curly natural hair
It's
because I
beautiful.
rocks it.
Right.
Thank
It's
you.
But what
But
I'm
I
saying-
also like
Okay,
straighten
and
it.
I
You
can
know what I'm
deal
saying?
with
And
that.
it's not about being.
I'm not against any woman doing their hair anyway.
But I will agree to this though, Peaches, and I mean, well, both of you guys. What I'm saying is that when I first did my hair, came out natural, my stylist was like, "Listen, you don't have any more relaxing hair, just go natural." So I was like, "Okay," and I wore it the first time, and it was a little self-conscious because for years, and what I saw on TV, what people, I was definitely
You text
brainwashed
me.
like
You
everybody
text me.
else.
You know what
Yeah.
you text me?
What?
I don't feel the black girl magic. That's what you text me, and you sent me the picture of you and your natural hair. You
And
said
then
I don't
eventually-
feel it,
and
and
then-
I was like,
Then eventually I started liking my little black girl. I think I'm gonna go ahead and rock my black girl magic.
Whatever,
But
girl.
sometimes getting up every day, getting it together though, is another struggle.
But that's in the struggle isn't so much as I'm gonna say this with relaxed hair and any hair. All hair takes work. You can't say it's unless that TWA. Now that TWA you get no work at all. I love that stage. But all hair, if you got any, you got to work it. I don't understand people who think that if you're natural that you don't fix your hair.
Right.
Like the guy this morning at Krispy Kreme is this guy that I mess with every day. Did I tell you I was at
No,
Krispy
come
Kreme?
on. No.
Did I tell you I was at? I'm sorry, I was at Krispy. And he goes, "Oh, your hair," and he's very feminine. He said, "Oh, your hair look like you stuck your hand in a light socket." But I like the flower and it's fine. So I don't take that way. What do you think I told him?
I don't even know what you're
I told him, I said, take it up with God. He gave it to me. You don't like it, you and him discuss it.
All right, so Nicole Ari Parker, we're gonna get to be or not to be, wrote down what she wanted, and she got her Boris baby. So it's like, can you wait on your Boris, or are you so, like y'all was saying, are you so stuck on getting some pants that you just all some kind of way about it, or can you wait?
And my question is, do you have it written down? Because some sisters out here willy-nilly, they don't know what they want. Put it on paper, baby. Say what you want, right?
And be patient about it. The bottom line. I mean, the thing is that sometimes the things you need in your life, because God said I will supply all your needs, and the things you want may not be on the same plane.
Well, and my thing is, some women just got to have a man. Some of them are like that.
Yeah.
They're not looking for Boris. They looking for any Tom, Dick, and Harry do. Y'all have heard that?
Yeah, I
My
heard
girl-
that. You put it right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kourtney Kardashian is reportedly dating Luca. He is from Grownish. He's 20 years old. She's 39 with 3 kids. We talked about this earlier, baby. Bye. But anyway, let's keep going.
I'm not
Chrissy
interested in
Teigen
young
and John
men.
Legend. So you were trying to ask a question about them because you, real quick.
So Chrissy Teigen and John Legend are married, and Kanye and Kim K are married, and they're very good friends.
Okay.
Kanye and Kim K are very good supporters of Trump. Chrissy Teigen was blocked by Trump. He blocked her, which they found unconstitutional. As the president, he's not allowed to block anybody. But they haven't done anything about it. So these are two couples who get together all the time, but they on two different ends of the
Wait,
political
can I
structure.
say pause for a second? My child gonna tell me why did I say baby bye about that 20-year-old man with that 39-year-old.
You already know, DJ.
DJ, I'm
You
telling
already
right
know.
now, baby bye. If
DJ, you date who the
blood
hell
of
you
Jesus,
want
the
to.
blood of Jesus. You hear me?
If she in menopause, DJ, you can date her.
You, DJ, some chick with 3 children, 39 years old. I don't care if
That
she
is love. Y'all ain't say nothing about love. They won't know what she doing,
oh,
DJ.
DJ
I'm
Thomas.
gonna tell you,
Let's
that
keep
lady
moving.
know what
Okay,
she
so
doing.
keep talking about Chrissy because DJ about to try to get his mama just straight fired
So
up.
my
on
thing
Instagram.
is, this is the question I'm asking. Can you be friends with another couple that is so different from you politically? And not only are they friends, they really close because they are more like family. You know, so they really have very close relationships. But I'm like, can you? I don't think I could be friends with somebody supporting Trump and up in the White House talking about how he wish he was his daddy. Girl, what?
I don't know. I mean,
What?
look at each net. I don't care how much money Kourtney may have, okay? But anyway,
he making money, and he ain't got to take care of but himself.
Yeah.
So honestly,
But I think somebody's personal views and their political views should not determine whether or not we're friends. If we've been friends and we love each other and we're friends with each other and we're, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if that should be my business.
it's your business. It's your friends. How do you communicate with each other?
We
What do y'all
communicate
talk
a lot
about?
of ways.
No, but I'm saying, but
communicate
these
a lot
people are like family. No, I don't think I
Think
could
about
be.
religion. I mean, I got family members that are in one religion as opposed to another one, and you know, when we get together, of course, the religion comes up and it turns into a big yada yada. But that don't stop us from loving each other or being supportive of each other. If I have to go to my Koja grandmama's church, I might not be the person that's going to want to wear my skirt here and do this, but if she's there and she's ministering or something she wants me to do, I'm
You want
going.
us to speed this up? Hold on. No, all right, listen. I was gonna say. I'm sleepy.
Okay.
I was gonna say that it's for me. I can't be friends with a Trump supporter in the way that they are friends with the fact that Trump blocked Chrissy. He blocked her and pretty much disrespected her in a sense that as your friend, how are we friends? If you friends with somebody who could disrespect me in that way.
And I like what one of the listeners says. You have to be mature enough to learn to agree or disagree and respect others' opinions. I like that. All right, so health and wellness. A century ago, the Spanish flu killed more than 50 million people. So we want to know, are you guys getting your flu shots this year?
Yeah,
Last year, they didn't know which strand was going to be popular, so a lot of people took the flu shot, and 80,000 people still died who didn't take it, and then there were those who still got sick even after because of the strand wasn't quite the strand that went around. So what do y'all think about the flu shot?
I say roll the dice, do what it say, and go pray. We screwed because because they tell you to get it, and then the year that I got it, I got sick with the flu because it was the wrong strand.
Okay.
And it's like you take it, you don't take it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Deisha was saying that she learned that in some things she tried not to talk about is children, politics, and religion. It starts a big debate, and she says nope, she's not getting no flu shot. So.
I talk about everything.
Plant Power Sisters, founded by a lady if you've never seen the website, it's called Plant Power Sisters. Go ahead and check it out. She's actually celebrating women's health and African American women who are like transitioning into being vegans, vegetarians, and plant-based. And their mission is to support the education and inspiration. So, kind of cool.
I like that because for us, I feel like we eat more fat back and ham hocks and less, and cook down vegetables that don't have no nutrition, that we really got to rethink how we feed our families and how we nurture our bodies.
Okay. All right. So here's Hey Black Child. So the president of Ghana is offering the 2019 the year of return, and it's called the Joseph Project. And he says 400 years later, a way to commemorate the sacrifice of now African Americans into slavery. And he says he's given them easy visas to African Americans to return to Africa and their right of abode. And he says they say that they will never again allow a handful of people with superior technology to talk Africans into seizing their people.
My bag's
so you
back.
going to get your Ghana
My
visa?
bag's back. I'm
out. Dual
I'm
citizens.
out of here. Deuces.
Dual citizens.
Deuces. I don't even want to be dual. I'm going to be a straight African.
I want to see if we can be dual citizens.
I denounce America.
You want to try it?
Look at this.
What you think, Peaches? I think we should try to be dual citizens.
I don't want to be dual.
Why
I'll just be African.
Why not? Okay, so we're going to go for the dual.
Y'all go for dual.
All
I'll
right.
be African.
So in response to that, well, not in response to that, but in addition to that, there was a woman who said her son and her oldest daughter told her last night that they don't feel like their darkness is attractive. Girl, go to Ghana. That's what we're going to put it right there.
The reason being is because that's the way it's been
Dual
portrayed.
citizenship.
That's the way it's been portrayed is that that darkness isn't beautiful. All of our lives. That's what we've learned.
Yeah. All right. Talk a little bit about finance.
Well, we've had some scary moments with the stock market this week. The Dow was down, the Nasdaq was down, the S&P 500 was down. So I started reading and looking at some information. They said it was the lowest, but they're expecting it to jump back up and to turn around. But this is what I got to say to everybody that want to join the stock market or figure it out. Jump in when it's down. This is when you buy the stocks because you're waiting on it to go back up. So you buy low and you sell high. So with it being down is when you really need to research and try to get in and get some lower
And we
stocks
probably
at a
need to
lower
do
price.
something. Remember, we've been talking about doing
Yeah.
a little group. We were supposed to buy some other stuff. Remember some Bitcoin stuff and everything. We've been talking about all
Yeah,
that
but
stuff.
I think we
get
need
on
to
it.
add JB. Is he's the stock market guy?
Okay.
I'm saying to help us because
So
I strategically think you need to make a plan on how to make it work for us.
I think there's a lot of stuff too. All right, so on the education piece,
Well,
I'm
let's talk to
easy
my
essentials.
husband,
Easy essentials to close the Black achievement gap in schools. Okay, so we're only gonna talk about one today, and again, these are easy essentials to close the Black achievement gap in schools. So early reading. The most important time for brain development in children is between birth and 2 years age. One of the essential things a parent can do is to guarantee the success of their children is to give reading to them as soon as they can. And even when they in the belly, okay, keep reading to your child until they can read on their own. Get those little books. You can go to, what are those little things? You can go to the thrift stores. You can, your school is always offering little books, and just read to them. Go to the dollar store. They got those little books that's just $1. They got buckets with numbers and letters in it, and randomly pull them out and have them know the number. So we'll talk about the other two, but the first essential is early reading. All right, that's hot, that's not. Out of the blue text from your significant other.
Hot. And guess who was getting texts the other night? I was laughing so hard. She was getting texts. Remember her man said, "You want me to wait up for you, baby?" She was like, "I want him to wait up for me." And I was sitting there thinking, that's hot.
Okay.
Right? That is hot.
All right, sex in a public place.
Hotter.
Listen, think about that. Like if it's a crowd of people and you out by.
Oh
like,
no, see you
wait,
go,
listen,
you get nasty.
listen.
She get nasty.
Guys. So, and then like you're out and you eat dinner at the little pier or something out here in Destin or whatever, and it's real dark, and you walk out to the end of the pier and you just kind of sitting there chilling with each other. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but you ain't had to tell it all. But
where else in public? Where you going in public?
Bathrooms.
See,
Everywhere, parking
bathrooms. Come on, parking lots and cars.
Yeah,
Roll
no, I'm just gonna say I know some people used to meet up at lunch in a parking lot in
Don't
a
act like you
area.
ain't never did
It
it in a
wasn't
car.
me.
Don't act like
It
you ain't
wasn't
never
me.
been in no car.
I ain't never been in a
Down.
car.
You
Ain't
a liar.
never.
Your whole life, Keisha, never in a car.
You see
Never.
her blinking.
You such a liar!
She is such a liar. Okay.
Never.
All right. Just because
It's the truth.
kiss or a smile, just because we smile at you.
I like that.
Feeling comfortable to use the bathroom in front
Hot.
of them.
Girl, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not using the bathroom from you, we ain't even a couple.
Is
Okay.
that
I'm saying we're not even a couple. If we're a couple, that's
Or
going
if I gotta
down.
leave the room when I got to fart.
No,
then,
we ain't no couple.
All right. What about manscaping?
Hot.
I don't know what that is.
When he groomed his dingling, his privates.
That is not. I need it to look like I don't need you down there escaping. That's some gay shit.
So you want to be coughing and choking?
Okay, no.
You want to act gagging all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time?
why would that be on
From
your
the
throat?
hair.
Why would that be in your throat? You got to cut this.
You better
I don't
stop
like
playing.
it.
And
I don't-
it's
Look, I don't like manscaping. I'm
All
sorry.
right. What about gray hair?
trim.
Hot.
That's sexy.
Peter Thomas.
Yeah.
Peter Thomas. Oh my
That's sexy.
God, he was
All
sexy.
right. What about gold teeth?
That's gold teeth.
I used to
Oh,
love
no.
them. I used to,
Gold tooth is one.
No.
I gotta tell you, I was a sucker for gold
Oh,
teeth.
my
Back in the
God.
day when
Yes,
you young.
oh my
No,
God,
I
you
never
like the
saw
little
that. No, I ain't never saw no thunder
Yeah.
gold teeth.
Oh,
Y'all
peaches.
dang on Southern Mississippi,
What?
Alabama girl.
Hey, it is what it is.
Peaches, he got some money.
That's what that
We
meant
just
back
got a
then.
couple of ain't nobody got time.
Okay.
We're gonna go through them real quick. That Cantrell Funeral Home in Detroit, ain't nobody got time for that. And if you have not seen that, it's Cantrell. Look that up. They were hiding bodies in the back. They had grown mold and stuff over them because people couldn't pay and they were waiting for them to pay. They had infant stillborns in the ceiling. Come on, y'all.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
A 4-year-old girl came home from her Bronx daycare with a disturbing surprise, a handful of crack cocaine.
Stop right there. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wait, and then she had taken one of them, so her mother was wondering why she was bouncing off the freaking walls. She don't know how much she'd ingested, and they said somebody threw it over the fence, and maybe the kids picked it up. They said, well, why would y'all watching those kids? Ain't nobody got time for that.
For no baby to be on no crack.
Oh, my God. Okay, what about the police who instructed the 11-year-old caught with a BB gun? listen, kids, stop with the BB guns. Ain't nobody got time for that. Luckily, this officer saw it fall to the ground and it broke apart, so he knew it was a BB gun. But then he took him to his mom and said, listen, this is how kids are getting killed. Like, chill, okay? I don't know how the 10, 11-year-old got the BB gun, but whatever.
It's not illegal. It's something that, according to the law of our United States of America, they can have.
I'm not saying
no.
that,
I'm not. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying that's the problem. If we could get it off the market for kids not to have it, then that'll be a
right.
even
And
better.
the last thing, that Mega Millions jackpot on Thursday has jumped up to $970 million, baby.
I'm not playing.
Whoever wins that will get $548
I'm not playing.
I'm
I'm win.
You ain't playing?
No,
You ain't
I'm
gonna
not.
give
I'm not even interested. I wouldn't give $2. I'm going to give me a soda.
All right, get you a soda. And the last thing coming up is I just finished The Hate You Give.
Oh yeah. You
the
read
book
the book?
was-
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
you gonna
book-
spread that around
The book
too.
the book was really good, and we're gonna go see that and give a little review on that too. So from the outhouse
To the penthouse.
we out.
Peaches didn't do good with that time.
Two different point of views with the same name.
Stop. What they name is?
Keisha and Keisha. Keisha and Keisha. Oh, Keisha and Keisha.